Water is life. Water is an essential service. And we serve to carry out the residents.
Local communities are not only vital to the growth of society, but they also form the bedrock of humanitarian development.
Hello and welcome to The Reporter, a news and current affairs program that goes beyond the headlines, bringing reporters from the field to give first-hand accounts and in-depth analysis of unfolding issues, correspondents' perspectives, ensuring balanced, credible and comprehensive storytelling. I am Annie Patrick. It's good to have you join us on The Reporter today. Today's edition has a lot of intriguing stories, but let's quickly tell you that in a decisive move to reposition Nigeria's airport systems for global competitiveness, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, has opened a 4-day board and stakeholders retreat in Abuja, focusing on future-proofing FAN, leadership, modernization, and strategic renewal. Our correspondent, Sadia Yakubu, tells us more.
Setting the tone for retreat, the Chairman Federal Airport Authority of Nigerian Government Board, Dr. Umar Abdullahi Ganduje, said the meeting offers a crucial moment to reaffirm the agency's long-term vision, prepare it for fast-evolving challenges within the aviation industry. He explained that the gathering provides a forward-looking space for strategic conversations on infrastructure expansion, operational efficiency, institutional reforms, and stronger policy alignment. Issues he described as essential to build a modern, service-driven aviation authority. According to him, the retreat is pivotal for repositioning FAN to thrive in an increasingly competitive global aviation landscape.
This retreat aims to provide a forward-looking platform for deep reflection and meaningful dialogue on the challenges and opportunities shaping Nigeria's aviation sector. Over the next 4 days, we'll examine issues such as aviation infrastructure development, operational efficiency, institutional strengthening, improved policy coordination, and enhanced collaboration among agencies.
The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Kayamo's son, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Yakubu Adam Kofarmata, says the retreat marks a defining moment for the sector. He stressed that FAN's decisions shape the safety, security, reputation, and operational competitiveness of Nigerians' airports. He noted that the governance must remain firm and fair, implementation must be strategic, and collaboration must be culture that drives the aviation sector.
The reform of airport management processes to reduce bottlenecks and improve service delivery. Introduction of customer-centric initiatives designed to enhance airport cleanliness, comfort, and efficiency for financial and institutional reforms.
Managing Director and Chief Executive FAN Olubunmi Kuku emphasized the importance of collective resolve, transparency, and strategic foresight as FAN works to boost operational resilience, enhance profitability, as well as embrace innovation. Kuku noted that the retreat provides the blueprint for building a future-ready FAN anchored on service excellence and modernization.
The theme that we have chosen, future-proofing FAN, leadership, modernization, and strategic renewal, is both a mission statement and a call to action.
If the momentum built over these 4 days is sustained, Nigeria's airport will not only function better, they will stand as symbols of national confidence and competitiveness. This retreat closes with a renewed mandate and a unified resolve to transform today's conversation into measurable progress and to position FAN as the true driver to aviation excellence in 2025 and beyond. Sadia Yakubu reporting for Global Television News.
Setting the tone for retreat.
And joining us right now is our correspondent Sadia Yakubu to give us more on this report. Hello Sadia, how are you doing?
Hi, Anita Patrick. Good evening.
Amazing to have you. I see what has gone down there. From what we've heard at the retreat, especially around infrastructure expansion and modernization, what futuristic innovations should Nigerians realistically expect to see in our airports over the next few years?
All right, and the report stated earlier, we also heard the chairman's mouth. Let me just add to it. Over the next few years, Nigerians can expect to see several futuristic but realistic innovations in our airport as modernization infrastructure can accelerate some of the most notable. These include the seamless to-end biometric travel. Airports will increasingly adopt biometric identity management from check-in to boarding. This means physical recognition gates, touchless immigration and security passing, then automated boarding without presenting physical documents. This creates faster passenger flow, reduce queue, and of course, strengthen security.
Okay, amazing. Well, the retreat emphasized building a future-proof fan through technology, strategic reforms, and stronger collaboration. How might these decisions reshape airport operations, passenger experience, and Nigeria's competitiveness in global aviation moving forward?
The decisions made at the retreat focusing on technology reforms and collaboration have the power to fundamentally reshape Nigeria's aviation sector in three major ways: operations, passenger experience, and global competitiveness. Transforming airport operations, this by enabling digital system, modern infrastructure, and data-driven decision making FAN can move from reactive operations to predictive and coordinated airport management, which can also be automated aircraft turnaround, tracking, and more reliable scheduling, predictive maintenance that reduces downtime and technical delays. It will also enhance security system. Then we also have the boosting Nigerians' competitiveness in global aviation. Strategic reforms and collaboration position Nigerian as a stronger regional hub. The impact will also include greater airline confidence, leading to more routes, higher traffic, then improved cargo and logistic infrastructure that attracts global trade, then compliance with international safety, security, and better partnership opportunities with global aviation organization and private sector. So ultimately, Nigeria becomes a more credible, efficient, and competitive player in the global aviation ecosystem.
Oh, great. Thank you so much, Sadia Yakubu, for bringing us up to speed on that new developments coming through the aviation sector there in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Anita Patrick.
All right, have a lovely day. So away from that, 250 persons with special needs and the vulnerable have benefited 200,000 naira each under the Renewed Hope initiative of the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. Our correspondent Felicity Ndere reports that the gesture is in commemoration of the International Day for Persons with Disability.
3rd of December every year is marked as International Day of Persons with Disabilities. This year, the focus is on inclusive financing to mark a real difference to the lives, health, and well-being of persons with disabilities, their families, and society at large. Special advisor to the Governor on People with Disabilities, Ben Shuma Anshi, who appreciated the gesture, also commended the Benue State government for demonstrating the Disability Rights Law, which provides the legal framework for the protection of physical challenged persons.
It is not our disability, it is not my disability, but our ability. This is a clear testament of an inclusive government.
Coordinator of the Renewed Hope Initiative in Benue State, Scholastica Bemso, noted that the essence is to ensure an inclusive society where everyone has the opportunity to contribute to the growth and development of the nation.
Today, the Renewed Hope Initiative will provide a sum of 200,000 naira business recapitalization grants to 250 persons with disability in each state and the Federal Capital Territory to support small business owners to recapitalize their existing businesses and strengthen their means of livelihood.
For the disabled, they will embrace the support as a seed of new possibility to grow their businesses.
I have never been empowered in my life, but here I am today. I have been empowered and I'm very happy. I'm going to use this money and open a very big business that will help me. I will be paying my bills.
So we are grateful, and this assistance is going to go a long way for us. Like me, I have my own business, I have a small business, and I know it's going to help me to push my business.
Several others in their goodwill messages expressed gratitude to the First Lady for the empowerment package, as well as other interventions by the Renewed Hope Initiative. In Makurdi, Felicity Ndere, reporting for Global Television News.
And joining us now is our Benue State correspondent, Felicity Ndere, to give us more on that report. Hello, Felicity, how are you doing?
Good evening, I'm fine.
Okay, grade 1. Today seems to be the day to celebrate persons living with disabilities. As the world marks this day, are Nigerians' current policies and public facilities truly inclusive, or are we still leaving millions behind?
No, actually, the policies are inclusive. Those people with special needs, as we like to call them, there have been policies on ground with the new administration that are making them inclusive, like in terms of governance and in terms of position in high places. Like in Benue State, for instance, there is a particular law that is governing them right now, the protection law that runs all of them. And as you already saw in the report, the special advisor to the governor on people living with special needs is a blind man. As you can see that they are in position in political office, they are there representing their organization. So they're included.
Okay, so if we feel that they're inclusive, so what new or strengthened provisions should governments and institutions urgently adopt to ensure persons with disabilities can participate fully, not just symbolically, in education and workplaces and even daily public life?
Okay, while speaking with the people with special needs, today is their special day, right? They were celebrating. With the Renewed Hope Initiative, they were equipped. 250 persons with disabilities were equipped with each with 250,000 naira and medical outreach. So there are initiatives in place already that you will see that they are being included. Today in Benue State, 250 persons, they went for medical checkup. Then 250 persons, they were empowered with cash monies and other items to go and better their lives. And you can see that most of them are educated people. For example, like their chairman, who was already in 400 level before the unfortunate incident that happened to him happened. And while some others start school life, even they are blind, 100 level students, you can see that they are still going to school trying to make ends meet. They say, even though they are disabled, they will tell you that there's speciality in disability. So they are special kind of people. And it's like they say they are challenged people, they are not disabled people. But like I was saying, there are already initiatives on ground. Like with the current administration, both at the federal and state level, we believe that the initiatives that are on ground, that they are taking them all along, they are already included. It is not basically or based on formality. There are things around that is making them feel.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Felicity. Today being the special day for persons living with disabilities, we hope that more policies will be put in place for more inclusivity, because the legislature also looked at it today, and more policies are looking into how to bring in them and also take them into consideration because economic value is also put in place for them if we leave them out of the picture? All right, Felicity, do have a lovely day ahead of you. Let's cross over to Imo State. Imo State's First Lady, Chioma Uzodinma, is leading a forceful campaign to end female genital mutilation, calling the practice a grave assault on the dignity, safety, and future of girls. Her renewed advocacy is energizing a statewide movement that brings together lawmakers, traditional institutions, and international partners. Our Imo State correspondent, Amarachi Ibe, tells us more.
The United Nations Population Fund and the United Nations Children's Fund host a major stakeholders engagement aimed at eliminating FGM across Imo communities, with the theme Elimination of FGM in Imo State. First Lady Chioma Uzodinma called on parents, traditional leaders, and institutions to reject harmful cultural norms and protect young girls from the practice.
Every girl is born complete and beautiful, exactly as God created her. She needs no cutting, no alteration, no improvement through mutilation. When we subject girls to FGM, we reject God's perfect creation.
Supporting the advocacy, Speaker of Imo State House of Assembly Chike Olemgbe expressed readiness to reinforce legal framework and strengthen public enlightenment. He says, ending FGM requires both strong legislation and consistent community dialogue.
The House of Assembly has enacted a law that is not centered on wickedness, but to enable the masses, the community leaders, the stakeholders support this initiative.
Representatives of VINIPA and UNICEF emphasized the urgent need for sustained grassroots mobilization, noting that the health risk and long-term trauma associated with FGM demands more active reporting and stronger prevention system.
We wish to especially thank Her Excellency, the First Lady, for her commitment, her dedication, her consistent advocacy, community mobilization efforts, and unwavering support to the well-being of women and girls and also survivors in Imo State.
The other encouraging finding is that the prevalence of FGM among women aged 15 years to 49 years in Imo State has reduced from 61.7% in 2018 to 34.3% in 2024.
About women's safety or young girls' safety in terms of putting them out into adulthood and the abuses and the psychological effects it plays out on the female child. But let's bring you up to speed quickly and tell you the story making around right now. The Senate has confirmed former Chief of Defense Staff Christopher Musa as the Defense Minister. This follows the screening that took place at plenary today at the Senate sitting, confirming that he's been brought in as the new Minister of Defense. We say very big congratulations, and we look forward to how this can change the security architecture in Nigeria. Okay, so a whole lot happening there, but let's quickly give you other stories making around on the foreign scene this time around. Doctors Without Borders has urged countries to open their doors to tens of thousands of Gazans in urgent need of medical evacuation, warning that hundreds have already died waiting. Dr. Hani Islam, who coordinates medical evacuations from Gaza for charity, says the numbers taken in by countries so far remains, in his words, just a drop in the ocean. Well, we'll take that report. Let's quickly have Amarachi join us on this conversation around the female genital mutilation. Hello, Amarachi. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good evening.
Amazing to have you on the reporter. Well, your report just went down there on the female genital mutilation. From what you observed at the stakeholders' engagement in Owerri, how significant is this renewed push for the First Lady in changing long-held cultural practices that still fuel female genital mutilation in Imo communities?
When the First Lady, when this administration took over, one thing on the First Lady's list was an end to this female mutilation, an end to this FGM. So she picked it up at that time, and since the inception, since 2020 till now, every year she does not miss to give awareness in any form, give awareness to people, communities, individuals, with partners like UN, like UNICEF and UNIPA, and the traditional rulers. She involved all these people, teaching. They have a stakeholders meeting. She tells them what she wants and how she wants it to be done, and they carry it down to the local government, to their communities, whereby teaching other people, teaching young mothers to avoid this FGM is very harmful, very, very harmful for female children. It does not in any way suit anybody. It does not in any way suit any female child to undergo.
Okay, Amarachi, I see that we have concrete steps taken by the lady, the First Lady there in Imo State, to see how this can change the narrative of things. We wish we could talk more on this, but time is not our friend, and we look forward to more engaging relationship with the communities from the government to see that this narrative eventually changes and female children can come out strong and be protected from this particular practice in Imo State communities.
Okay, can I?
Thank you so much, Amarachi. Like I said, we had the stories there on the borders at Gaza there, where the stories making the round there. So let's quickly take that report, because Uyi Agumofebe is here to give us the developments following the report that the numbers of those affected are not looking good at all.
The World Health Organization estimates that more than 8,000 patients have been evacuated out of Gaza since the war erupted following Hamas's attack inside Israel on October 7, 2023. It also says more than 16,500 patients still need treatment outside of the Palestinian territory. However, speaking at the headquarters of the international organization, popularly known by its French name, Médecins Sans Frontières, in Geneva after accompanying seriously ill and injured Gaza children to Switzerland for treatment, Dr. Islim said the number is based only on patients registered for medical evacuation, and the true figure is higher.
The latest statistic from the MOH and from WHO saying that 16,500 in need of medical.
Yeah, Jonas, a whole lot happening there. Doctors Without Borders is calling for urgent medical evacuation from Gaza. Gaza has been in the news over time, warning that hundreds have already died waiting for treatments. Can you give us quickly an update on the scale of this crisis and how many patients need to actually be evacuated so far, or have been evacuated so far from Gaza?
It's very simple. What is pulling really at the string of the Médecins Sans Frontières, as they call them in French, is the fact that the numbers are not looking good, and it appears those numbers are just increasing by the day because of obviously the war that has raged in that region, I mean the Gaza area, for over 2 years. Then you add to that the fact that support has been slow. Again, because there are distractions across the world, from Asia to the Middle East and all across Europe and things like that. Of course, you're looking at the Russia-Ukraine war. So not so much of attention is being paid to what is happening on the ground in Gaza. So what the MSF, the Doctors Without Borders, is saying is that, look, we can't just allow this be swept under the carpet. We can't continue to move at snail speed. We're calling on countries across the world to throw their weights behind this cause and then be able to lend as much support as possible. They're also saying that there's a clear-cut disparity between the numbers that the World Health Organization and, of course, the Doctors Without Borders are putting out there. So they're saying on the final note that, look, we have to move real quick because time is not on our side.
All right, thank you so much, Uyi. Always a pleasure having you. Well, that's it. We see that with these measures put in place, we see that with the over 16,500 patients still waiting. Hopefully, there'll be a tactical solution to give the Gazian the solutions they need. Well, that's the size of it on the program today on The Reporter. Thank you for staying with us on The Reporter. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and on Star Times channel 276. To stay connected, kindly follow us across all our social media platforms now showing on your screen using @GlobalTVNG. I really appreciate your time. Until the next time, I am Anieti Patrick. Have a lovely day ahead of you.
Be mindful of how we use social media. It's not just about the platforms themselves.
To the preservation of the national unity and democratic stability.
Water is life, water is an essential service, and then we must have to carry out the residents.
Local communities are not only vital